Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're doing another premiere draft of Tarkir Dragonstorm. So let's hop in here, find a table. They changed how this works. Usually you get to see like how many people there are, and not just wait until it's full. I guess maybe that's for like traditional drafts, and when we get near the end of drafting for something, that way you don't see that there's only a few other people in the queue and decide to leave. Because I have seen that happen. Alright, what do we have here? We have the Naga Flesh Crafter. This is the... That's the clone, which isn't bad. There's Lion Wait, there's Jeskai Shrine Keeper, there's Opulent Palace, there's Dragon's Prey. I think I'm just going to take Lion Wait, though. It's so easy to get a 2-for-1 on this. And there's lands. There's good lands in here. Yeah, we'll just take the Lion Wait. Now we can follow that up with an Opulent Palace. There's also Storm Shell. I don't dislike the Storm Shell. I don't dislike the 100 Battle Veteran either, but we're going to take the land for fixing. Maybe I was supposed to take the Storm Shell there, who knows. That's one of the tricky things about drafting a 3-color format like this. Like, I love the factions, I love the multicolor stuff, all the gold cards running around. But it can be tricky to draft, because when do you take the fixing versus when do you take the cool cards? Now we're third picking an Agent of Codus. What else is in this pack? I suppose we shouldn't be married to the Sultai colors just yet. There's Sarkin's Resolve. I do kind of like that. I like it a bit better than the Agent. Guess we'll take that. There wasn't... Now, there was the white 2-drop I was also considering. Okay. Yathan Road Watcher. When this creature enters, if you cast it, mill 4 cards. When you do, return a creature card mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That is a good one. And Spirited Vanguard is also good. There's Sultai Monument is good. But we're getting this pack 1, pick 4. So maybe that's a sign we need to be in Abzan. We'll take it. And even if we are in Abzan, like the Opulent Palace will still fix for black and green. So it's not like that was a total waste of a pick. Now we're seeing some red cards and Mardu cards. There's a Champion of Dusan here, which goes well in either Abzan or Sultai. If we go down the Sultai path, this is starting to look like the deck we had last time. Who's in this draft pod with us? Ben Buddy! Ben Buddy and Ben. Ben, your buddy is here. Ooh, the Earth Carver. That's a good one. I think that's going to be the pick over Dispelling Exile or Exhale. Or the Dragonclaw Strike. Yes, pretty easy Earth Carver here. Also, if we end up in Temur, could still end up in like Temur. This could also fix for blue and green in the Temur color pair. That's why the Tri-lands are so good. Heritage Reclamation is a card I don't necessarily mind playing. But there's also Dispelling Exhale. I'm not too interested in either of these black cards. Yeah, we'll take the Exhale. Saga Wildling, Dragon's Prey, 8th pick. That's got to be some sort of sign, right? Either that or this pack was just insane. If the Dragon's Prey wasn't here, I'd probably take the Wildling, or maybe even the Swiftwater Cliffs and head into Temur, but we have Dragon's Prey. Alright, now we have a Dismal Backwater for additional fixing. That came back to us. Over another Reclamation. Yeah, we can pick these up pretty easily. Same with the Humbling Elders. So maybe this time we're going to be more blue-green as a base. Splashing black. But then we get the 100 Battle Veteran. I almost wanted to pick this card the first time it was here. Yeah, 4 mana, 4/2, you can cast it from your graveyard. Comes back with a finality counter. I think I'm going to put this away because we're getting like Salt Eye fixing and no white fixing. Yeah, we'll take the Agent of Kodos now. Our first 2-drop. 2-drop creature, that is. Here we could play an Alesha's Legacy or a Reputable Merchant. I think we'll just take the Legacy. Here we'll take the Night Watch. That's a fine card. Helps set up our draws, maybe set up our graveyard. Oh, another Dispelling Exhale. Alright, what do we have in this pack? Another Dragon's Prey. We have Herd Heirloom. That can help us cast creature spells. Power 4 or greater gains trample. Maybe we should try this card out. I don't think it's really a Salt Eye card, though. That cares about stuff leaving our graveyard. Either that or maybe I just take Dragon's Prey. We'll take the Heirloom. There's a Zurgo. But here's a Caustic Exhale, which is going to be my pick here. It's also a Thornwood Falls. But yeah, we'll take the Exhale. We're seeing more Mardu stuff. Sagu Pummeler. That goes with our Herd Heirloom. And I think that's going to be the pick over the Snakeskin Veil this time. We just kind of need... Yeah, we need more creatures. We already have 8 non-creatures. Here's the Gold Keeper. So that's our uncommon Sultai Dragon. And it has Renew, put 2 1/1 counters and a flying counter on target creature. So pretty good. Here's a Mystic Monastery if we really wanted to get wild, which I don't think we have a reason to. Just take the Heritage Reclamation now. There's another Mystic Monastery. Sibsig Appraiser or Knockout Maneuver. I'm going to take out the Knockout Maneuver. Just get more removal into the deck. Jeskai Monument. So lots of Jeskai fixing we're seeing. I don't really like anything from this pack. At least not for us. Oh man, there we go. Hollowmurk Siege. Sultai, whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. Or Abzan, you start getting 1/1 counters. This card seems insane. We have to play it. But we really need to start prioritizing creatures. So what non-creatures would I look to cut? Probably the Legacy. Probably some amount of these Dispelling Exhales. Yeah, we just don't want to end up in a deck with no creatures and a bunch of cards like Herd Heirloom and Hollowmurk Siege that want us to have creatures. Alright, well here's more mana fixing. We'll take that here. Passing up the Agent of Kotus number 2. But this thing... Yeah, 4 mana to put 2 1/1 counters on something. I'll take the Sun Pearl Kirin because it's probably not supposed to be here at this point. I'm not going to play a second Resolve or the draw card. I guess we'll take this as a 2-drop, potentially. Though I'm not excited to play it. So I'm going to put that off to the side for now. Okay, where's our... Here we go. Nightblade Brigade. Nice death touch creature, we can play that. I'll take the tiger. Did you just tiger at me? You hush, you're going in the sideboard. Okay. What's this thing do? Search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards, reveal them, put one onto the battlefield tapped and the other in your hand. Whenever this or another dragon you control enters, you gain 3 life. That's just a reasonable card all around. Scalding Tarn is here. The Disruptive Stormbrood is here. That would be a nice pickup. But I think we're just going to take the Bloomvine Regent. Oh, I thought this was the Sultai one. I was about to get really excited. We need creatures. Constrictor Sage. Come on down. This pack is going to be all about the creatures. The Evolving Wilds would be nice, but we prioritized mana fixing, so we have some of that. Alright, what do we have here? Ooh, the Kishla Skimmer. That's exactly the type of card we want to have in a Sultai deck. Because we have cards leaving our graveyard when we renew, lie in wait. Yeah. And it's a 2-drop, which we could definitely use more of. Another Constrictor Sage, but there's also Sibsig Appraiser. I think we just take the Sage, though. We have the Heirloom that can help ramp us into these 5-drops. But I think that's enough of the big stuff. We gotta focus on 2 and 3 mana creatures now. Alright, what do we have here? Not really any creatures other than the Feral Deathgorger, which I guess is going to end up being the pick. There's Marshal of the Lost, which is pretty good, but not for us. Also, if we have our Bloomvine Regent out, we just gain 3 life when we play this as well. There's a Piercing Exhale, but I don't think we can take it here. We need creatures. I guess I'll take the Sentinel, because we do need cheap creatures. Alright, here's another Nightblade Brigade. Now it'd be kind of nice if we had that piercing exhale with our 2 Nightblade brigades. 3 Nightblade brigades. Nothing here is going to be played. I guess I'll take another Sarkhan's Resolve. We might need to play the Earth Carver. Ooh, Kintree Nurturer. Haven't gotten to try this card yet, so we can try it out here. Oh, and here's another one. Oh, another Agent of Kodos. We can play that. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got to make 6 cuts. Let's see how our creature count's doing. We've got those 4. We have a lot of 3 drops. 19 creatures. 10 non-creatures. Let's see, is there anything here we need to cut? Probably one of the Dispelling Exhales. We have Caustic Exhale, Dragon's Prey, Knockout Maneuver, and Lion Weight for removal. And sort of Sarkhan's Resolve and Heritage Reclamation. Alright. So we have to cut... That's too many creatures we're cutting. I think we need to cut either the Reclamation or the Resolve. I'm going to cut a Reclamation. I'm going to cut a Resolve. I'm going to cut a Reclamation, because the Resolve can kind of be used in conjunction with the Herd Heirloom to get us the card draw. This can also ramp us. For creatures we're going to cut. Yeah, plus this can exile cards from graveyards. I like all of our big stuff, so that means we have to cut mainly from our 3s. I'm going to cut a couple of these Nightshade Brigades. Nightblade Brigades. I keep calling them Nightshade. Just because it doesn't really work well with Lion Weight. And I'll cut one of the Kintree Nurturers. And maybe we cut the Sentinel? Because we have Dispelling Exhale and Herd Heirloom that can also be 2 mana plays. Yeah, okay. That puts us light on 2 drops. We also have Caustic Exhale. So, like, we have options. The Regent can only get us Forest, though. Alright, let's look at our color balance. It's pretty even. So what do we have? 5, 6, 7 blue, 4, 5, 6, 7 black, and 5, 6, 7 green. So 7, 7, 7. Not bad. We do have the double green on this, but we can, as we've discussed, do the claim territory and get some more forests. So I'm not too worried about the double green on that. Alright. I think this will be the deck. We'll put the Gold Keeper as our star card. And let's get into the games. Nighton is our first opponent, who's also a Dauntless Drafter. I don't like this hand, but I'm going to keep it. Because I don't like taking mulligans on the play either. Roiling Dragonstorm. Okay. Well, we've got our lands to do this. Sibsig Appraiser for our opponent. We've drawn nothing but lands since we started. Is our first play really going to be the Earth Carver? I mean, I would hope not. Runescale Stormbrood. Well, we can kill that. We'll get back to Dragonstorm. Yep. And we draw more removal. Okay. Earth Carver is going to be our first play. Monastery Messenger, no targets. We'll make our 3/3 Spirit. Molten Exhale, that's fine, we have Lie in Wait. The Dragonologist. Getting back the Feral. What's this do? Untapped dragons you control have hexproof. Okay, so there's no point in me really killing that. Am I attacking for 3 here? No, not really. We're just gonna chill. No, we can't exhale that. But it's no longer tapped, so we can use Lie in Wait to kill it. And we do kind of need to get rid of that other flyer. So let's do that. Get in for a little bit of damage while we can. Another Sibsig Appraiser for our opponent. a Jeskai devotee. We'll take 2 here. Ooh. Siege is nice. I think we're just gonna go wide. There's a 5/4, gains 5 life. Alright. That does have hexproof right now. I could play the Sage, but there's nothing I really want to tap down at the moment. I wish that wasn't happening. Jeez, we might just be dead here. That's a 3rd Molten Exhale. Yeah, we are. We're just dead here. Okay. They had a lot of... They got to play that Roiling Dragonstorm a couple of times. That really smoothed out their card draws and really helped them do, you know, all of that. Nebby 777 is our next opponent. Well, we can't keep this hand. I guess we're going to try this. We'll get rid of the heirloom because we can't cast it. There's a 2/2 for our opponent. Up against Jeskai colors again. I'm just going to take the hit here. We'll play our 3/3, or at least attempt to. Do you have a... Okay. Rest will go to our graveyard. Well, I want the Siege. Molten Exile. I've kind of seen enough of that card today. Okay, before that gets out of hand, let's get rid of that. The opponent's stuck on 3 lands, so I guess that's good for us. Let's set up our next draws. Alright, what do we want? Probably a second forest then instead of a second island. Okay, so there have been 5 Molten Exhales in 2 games played against us. Why? I wanted to keep the exhale up. Okay. I think our opponent's just out of stuff to do. Or maybe not. Oh, it gains menace. This whole time I thought that this was just going to result in a trade. Never mind. I know what I'm doing. Ooh, the Gold Keeper. That is a good one. I'd rather keep up the Dispelling Exhale. We're kind of winning on this board very quickly. There's a 4th land for our opponent, finally. Jeskai Brushmaster. We'll just brush him away. Opulent Palace, okay. Start pumping up our 2/2. Just put another threat on the field. Salt Road Pack Beast, okay. Let's go with the Constrictor Sage. Actually, if I go with Knockout Maneuver, don't I just win? I do. Let's go with Knockout Maneuver. Yep, give this one Menace. Alright, next game. The Dragon Tival is viewed by the Sultai not as a leader, but an arbiter. She is pragmatic and bluntly honest, acting as a balancing force between the Khan and other leaders. Okay. Next opponent is Smellio. Smellio later. Well, we go first. We have our colors, and we have an exhale. We have 2 exhales. So I can just, like, counter their 2-mana play here, right? It requires them to have a 2-mana play. Black, green. We'll play this anyways. Set up our next draw. Yeah, I'd like a Sagu Pummeler. Opponent on Abzan and playing this thing. Attacking tokens you control have flying. Okay. Just play out our Pummeler. There's a battle veteran for our opponent. I'm just going to tap that down. Attack for 7. Our opponent's kind of in a lot of trouble. Disruptive Stormbrood, okay. Ooh. Hollowmurk Siege. On Abzan. Going for the chump block. No. We're gonna not do that. Alright, that was a quick one. Smelly Yellow later. I didn't even have time to do the... Can I still do it? Yes! Horsey Love. Jealous One. Okay. I'm satisfied now. Mary Angie Nardi is our next opponent. We'll go first. I guess we can keep this. We have a Dragon's Prey. We'll have the Pummeler and the Sage coming up. Oh, we have a 3-mana play now, too. Excellent. There's a Shock Brigade for our opponent. I feel like I just want a 1/1 counter. So far, Grixis colors for our opponent. Not sure what to expect out of that. This could mean... Okay, so it's like a Sultai... Sultai Teamer mix. We're hitting our land drops, so that's good. This is a free attack because this has Menace. Yeah. I can block the token. Get some Horsey Love going on. Jealous One looking away. And then this thing. Zurgo's Vanguard. Okay, we have the Gold Keeper. So I think I'm just going to play the Sage and tap him down for a turn. Sultai Devotee. We're gonna have to kill that. And Dragon Sniper. Alright, those are problems. I could just take both of them out and get in for a big attack. Yeah, because next turn this is presenting lethal. Though we did just use our removal on a couple cheap death touch creatures. Dragon's prey on our pummeler, okay. We'll play our flyer. We could potentially win in the air next turn. So I'm not looking to trade the Gold Keeper. Yeah, especially now. I'll just block one of the 1/1s. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yep. Got there just in time. We had a bit of a war of attrition going on there. Alright, and we're up to 3 wins already. This deck already performing better than our last one. Though I still don't think our last one was particularly bad. Just waiting for our next opponent. Alright, here we go. Rodrigo. Alright, well, we've got the Brigade we can play and Dragon's Prey, so I'm going to keep this hand. Opponent's taking a mulligan. We're going to get our Horsey Love going right now. Island is not the draw we wanted to see. The Botanist for our opponent. Swamp is not the draw we want either. I forget these things surveil, too. Surveil, Death Touch, and Mobilize 1. This thing does a lot. Hey, can I borrow one of those forests? Now, what is this? Maybe he's just looking for... Desperate for a land? It's not a land, it could be put into the graveyard. Okay, so putting the tawny back in the graveyard. I'm gonna block. Okay, well, we got a card we can play. Let's go ahead and attack into the defender. Okay, so we just got a 2-for-1 on that. Okay. What? Oh, I don't have green. There we go. Oh man, I want the Earth Carver. I want the Sage. Kinda need the forest though. Guess we'll take the forest. As painful as that is. Wayfarer for our opponent, who has Mountain. Okay, so it's a teamer deck. You're blocking me? Why? I don't understand. That's the second creature our opponent has just kind of thrown away. Dispelling Exhale, but you're not beholding a dragon, so I just pay 2. I'm so confused why this Platinum player has just thrown away 3 cards completely now. Oh, it's because you have an insane enchantment. Naturally. That doesn't even kill that. Well, I guess now I have to throw some cards away. Wish I could have played this and gotten rid of a 4 toughness creature. But our opponent had other plans. I think it's going to be a 10-10 next turn, because this will double all of that. Could knockout maneuver it, but I don't feel the need to. I'm going to just stun it for now. And maybe we can get our cards back with this. Fresh start. That makes me really glad I didn't go for the knockout maneuver, because that would not have worked. Alright, well there's a dragon. And it has... I don't think there's anything that can bring that back, but I don't want to find out either. Forget I get to exile cards from a graveyard when that enters. We'll pass the turn here. Okay, that was a very odd game. But we'll take the win. That puts us up to 4-1. Balnor, another Dauntless Drafter, is our next opponent. This hand... we're lacking blue, but that should be okay. We've got the Bloomvine Regent. We're gonna try it. It could go horribly wrong, but... those things can happen. Okay, well, we got the third land, so at least there's that. That turns on Dragon's Prey and the Regent, or the claimed territory, I should say. Opponent on white-red so far. Practitioner. I don't love seeing that. And with all these... with all these lands we're drawing, I think I'm just going to wait and just cast the dragon side. Till then, I might Dragon's Prey the Practitioner. I want to see if they play anything else threatening here. No. Okay. Ooh. That almost makes me want to change things. We don't have blue. I kind of want the swamp. Molten Exhale for our opponent, revealing a dragon. Okay. That is unfortunate. Let's go with our Battle Veteran. I will trade these if our opponent offers the trade. Please offer the trade so I can play my dragon. Opponent is not offering the trade. Do I try to use the Sarkhan's Resolve defensively? That is risky. I don't think we go for that. Rally the Monastery. Getting 2 1/1s. Okay. Oh, you're making a... Okay. I think we do have to go for it now. Sage of the Skies, that's a little bit too good. Can't afford to just keep taking damage. And we don't have any attacks here. Alright, we have blue mana. But what do we do with it? I think we have to start making some moves here. I could use the Champion of Dusan on something next turn, and then this thing will be a 6/6. Okay. Oh, there is blue in that deck. Why don't I just make this thing a 7/7 with lifelink? That seems good. I forgot to attack with my spirit. Oh, it does not have lifelink. Somehow I thought I gave it lifelink. Trample. Trample and a 1/1 counter and a finality counter. Okay. In no world is that going to resolve. Oh no, I needed to behold the dragon. Otherwise they can just pay for it. Whoops. But I can do that. This is a lot of damage. Kill one of the sages. Okay, we got there anyways, despite my misplay. Oh, and we rank up to Diamond Tier 3. Alright, very nice. And we are 5-1. The team are a semi-nomadic clan who are expert hunters, gatherers, and herders. They work alongside animal companions with whom they form tight-knit bonds. Oh, now we know about the teamer. The Saltai we already know about the Saltai. Fetzin is our next opponent. We go first. I don't like taking mulligans. We have a 3-drop we can play. We just need a green source. Horsey Love can help get us the green source. Oh, I have a 2-drop. That's good too. The opponent also on Saltai colors. Opponent, I would like to attack you. Fine, we'll just make weird noises until you're ready. Okay. We'll play this. Caustic Exhale on our 3-drop. Alright, well, we still got a token out of the deal. Rakshasa's Bargain. That's a good one. Pitching a couple lands. That's scary. We found a green source, so that's good. Let's play our Champion of Dusan. Saigu Pummeler. Alright, well, an untapped land would have been preferable. +3/+3, so we survive. We'll play another Agent of Kodos. The Lotus Light Dancers. That's a good one. It's about to get tapped down, though. Putting a whole bunch of stuff in the graveyard. Blossoming Sands, that gains him a life. Wonder what the white splash is for. Renewing any of those right now is just not going to happen. Lie in wait. Okay, getting back to Pummeler. And a Formation Breaker. Well, I can tap that down, and then we win. That was pretty good given the risky hand we had. But it worked out in the end. We're 6-1, so we have 2 shots here to get to 7 wins. Luckbot is our next opponent. We have a Caustic Exhale we can cast. Opponent goes first. I'm going to keep. We've been good at finding lands so far. Let's just keep that trend up. Up against Mardu. Well, this is not where you want to keep a slow hand. We're going to Behold a Dragon. Okay, well, we got a land, but it's not a blue source. There's a Wayfarer. Wait a minute. Revival of the Ancestors. So this is really a Abzan deck. Okay. An opponent chooses not to get the land. Wow. I think I gotta go with the Siege. Trade Route Envoy to draw a card. Okay. Let's play our flyer here. Say Abzan, just they have a Mardu land that makes black-white. Well, that's rude. Okay, so our removal is gone. We'll take 5 here. Kind of thought they'd pick the Siege. You have Osseous Exhale? Oh, you have Caustic Exhale. Okay. I'm attempting to race them. Ooh, the Earth Carver. That's a good one. Now we play our Constrictor Sage, lock this down for a turn. Well, we attempted to. Severance Priest, I don't like that one either. Well, if we can get rid of the Severance Priest, we get, we get a 6/6. feel like I can't afford to attack here. I can't afford to do that. You got Piercing Exhale? Oh, that's gonna ruin us. Yeah, because now I have to chump block here. Well, that's probably going to be game. 3 lethal threats, and we have lands. Yep. Alright, well, we put up a good fight. Alright, we got one more shot at 7 wins. Let's see if we can get there. Alright, and our last opponent is I'd rather play Pox. I'd rather you don't play Pox. Our awkward 2-color hands, but, you know, we can cast... never mind, we have all 3 colors, we're good. Up against, just Orzhov colors for right now. Do this in case they play some sort of flying creature somehow. Okay, Mardu is our final opponent. I need the horsey love. Okay, and there's a 2/3 with Menace. We have yet to play a card. Let's get our Nightblade Brigade down. Yeah, I'll take another forest. We have a couple 5-drops in our hand. Please don't kill it. It's all I have. It hasn't done anything to you. You can still attack with your Menace guy. No, it didn't do anything to you. Alright, well, we're gonna have to Dragon's Prey this thing. Interesting. You have protection for it? You do. Okay. Well, that hurt. That creature's going to endure too. Could just keep it tapped down so it doesn't endure again. Yeah, let's do that. In case there's more removal. Then I can knockout maneuver to finish it. Play a dragon. That's not a dragon. Unfortunately, we can't go attacking at the current time. Still think we need to hold back for the time being, because removal would just totally wreck us. We have Lion Wait, but the only creature in our graveyard right now is the Nightblade Brigade. Let's see what you got. Damage-based removal? Damage-based removal, and pumping it's not going to fix that. But now I can lie in wait. So that's good. That thing's back. There is a case to exile creatures from a Mardu player's graveyard, in case there's that one rare that has, it's got Death Touch. It mobilizes based on the number of creatures in the graveyard. Now this one sounds deeper than the others. Okay. I'm done messing around. I just love when we get to play with the backgrounds a bit. Abzan Devotee. Okay. I doubt I'll get the chance to exile that. How much mana do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana? I would rather play 2 things here, because then we can start attacking. There's a Jeskai Devotee. Do you have something else to play? Does not appear to be. That can be done at an instant, so we wouldn't get to exile it. Otherwise, I'd consider trading, but not going to go for it. Oh yeah, we gained 3 more life. Alright, well, we can gain another life. And I think we're just attacking with the flyers here. We need to keep the pressure on. And with Sarkhan's Resolve, we actually have lethal in the air next turn. I would want our opponent to tap all their land. Okay, so that must have just been the draw. Otherwise, we would have played that last turn. And there's no removal for the flyers, otherwise that would have happened. So I think we're in the clear. Jeskai and Abzan devotees, huh? Okay. Let's see what you got. Twin Bolt? Twin Bolt, that's fine. Mountain, okay. So then we just give +3/+3 to something, and we go in. And that's lethal. And this is a 7-win deck, which, drafting it, I didn't feel like it was going to be, but it turned out okay. Huge overperformer. The Gurmag Nightwatch was actually really relevant in a lot of games, helping us get to whatever the next card we needed is, whether it was a land or some sort of action spell. Oh, hey, we never saw the Kishla Skimmer. Well, that's unfortunate. Hollowmerk Siege, really good as well. It grants Menace on Abzan mode. Do keep that in mind. Herd Heirloom, we never got to do the thing with it. But I still stand by, I feel it's more of a teamer card. Removal was good. Dragons were good. Constructor Sages were good. Yeah, that's about all else I got. So let's claim our prize. And for now, I'll take my leave.